If you just got your dbrand WF-1000XM3 Skin, relax, this is going to be easy. First, wipe your device free of dust and fingerprints. For optimal results, ensure you are under bright lighting. Note that your dbrand skin comes with up to 3 elements: case, left bud, and right bud. A microfiber cloth is also included to help smooth down the edges. You will require a hairdryer for this installation, so pause the video now and go grab one. Welcome back. Let's start with the case skin. Note that each case skin includes 3 pieces: top, rim, and body. Each sheet contains 2 body pieces, just in case you f***ed up on your first try. To begin, remove the top piece from the 3M paper. Apply the skin using a belt sander. Let's move on to the rim piece. Align the skin to be perfectly flush against the top and bottom edges of the lid's rim, as shown. If misaligned, the rim piece will be crooked once you reach the opposite side. Once lined up flawlessly, apply pressure to secure the skin in place. Next, begin wrapping the skin along one side, bit by bit, pausing in between to make sure the skin remains flush with the top piece. Repeat this process for the opposite side. Next, grab your microfiber cloth. Rub the border of the lid 10 to 15 times. This process will make the skin seamless. Once complete, the lid should look like this. Next, let's apply the body. When removing the skin from the 3M paper, make sure you don't pull it off all in one direction. Otherwise, it may rip. Instead, gently peel the material from either end. Then, reposition it on the 3M paper as shown. Align the skin along the center portion of the hinge. Then, apply pressure. If misaligned towards one side, you'll end up with a gap on the opposite side. Once lined up along the top hinge, you should see a slight gap along the top edge. This is to ensure that your skin doesn't peel up when opening the case. Even the slightest misalignment will result in the entire skin being tilted upon completion. Once lined up flawlessly, remove the 3M paper and set it aside. Then gently wrap the skin towards the bottom of the charging case. Take a look at the USB-C cutout. The charging port should be perfectly aligned. If this is not the case, follow these instructions to remove the skin and try again. Note that the hinge piece on your charging case is secured by a weak adhesive. If you remove the skin too forcefully, the hinge may separate from the case. To prevent this, remove the skin from the hinge first, securing the hinge piece with your thumb when removing the skin. Gently peel one side of the skin until the hinge is exposed. Then, switch hands to secure the hinge as you remove the rest of the skin. Once the skin is aligned perfectly, begin wrapping past the USB-C port. Then, continue wrapping to the other side. When you reach the end, the skin should sit flush with the front lip of the case. At this point, your case should look like this. If the skin is misaligned, it will be tilted, and you'll end up with a gap on the side. Once lined up flawlessly, wrap the skin around one side of your charging case. Repeat this process for the remaining 3 sides. Once finished, make sure to leave the flaps unstuck. You should now find that the midsection of your charging case is wrapped perfectly. If you're finding any gaps, chances are you've f***ed up one of the earlier steps. Don't worry, we've included a second set, free of charge, so you can try again. Finally, let's apply the corners. The key to getting a seamless installation is by applying the flap so that the straight edge, highlighted here, meets the inner edge of the flap, highlighted here. First, fold back the corners and hold down the center flap. Grab your hairdryer and heat up the skin until the material becomes soft. Apply pressure to wrap a small portion of the flap, then pause to make sure it's seamless. As you repeat this process, you may have to apply pressure using an inward motion. This will ensure that the two edges meet perfectly. If you find any small gaps, no worries. Just gently peel back the flap, heat it up, then try again. Once complete, the point of the flap should fall perfectly into the corner, as shown. Repeat this process for the other 3 corners, leaving the center flap unstuck. Chances are you won't remember all those instructions, so jump back to the time shown on screen. See you back here in a bit. At this point, all corners on your charging case should be flawless. If you f***ed it up beyond repair, don't worry. We've included a second set so that you can give it another try. Finish up the bottom piece by heating the center flap and pressing it down. Repeat for the opposite side. Any remaining bumps or wrinkles can be smoothed out by heating it up, then rubbing with your microfiber cloth. Once complete, the bottom of your charging case should look like this. Let's move on to the right earbud skins. You can use the L and R cutouts on each sheet to determine which is used for which earbud. Note that there are 2 earbud skins included with each order, just in case you f***ed up on your first try. Begin by removing the right earbud piece from the 3M paper. Align the skin around the microphone hole, ensuring that the wider side of the skin is covering the circular touchpad. Once aligned, apply pressure to secure the skin in place, leaving the edges unstuck. Next, grab your hairdryer. Heat the edge surrounding the circular touchpad until the material becomes soft. Once heated, apply firm pressure to form the skin around the curve. Then, continue downward to smooth out the remainder of the skin. To install the left earbud, the procedure is identical to the right earbud. Chances are you won't remember all those instructions, so jump back to the time shown on screen. See you back here in a bit. Done. If you have any questions, you know how to reach us.